Of course, this is a very dark video about the truth. I can't believe how evil this world seriously is. And everything's a game. And everything's a lie, pretty much. And my worst abuser, it was just shocking. Shocking. Because, they have a disease that actually causes them to be retarded. So, just, oh wow, this person doesn't know what they're doing ever. Just a total idiot. But then they did know what they were doing to hurt me. It's just, this world's totally evil. They know what they do to hurt you. It's outrageous. And then be in complete total denial, which is the worst delusion of all. When you hurt someone and you're in denial of it, that is the worst delusion. You can be delusional all to yourself. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about somebody walking down the street being totally insane and not harming anybody else? And they don't harm themselves either. That's a delusion right there. People normally will never harm themselves. There's a survival mode inside you to not do that. I was naturally suicidal most of my life. My childhood, because I was severely traumatized, so. And then I was cursed to have every single bad thing happen to me by words, by my caretaker speaking curse words over me again and again. I'm the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. And then that didn't infect me to be that way. Of course it did. This life is hell. And all the really bad people get to do whatever they want. And it's totally disgusting to me. It really is. That they actually get away with it. It's beyond. I really did enjoy Tim Hahn, his testimony. He has a good testimony. Being typical life of a poor person, and really, told how bad his life was, and was able to turn it around. But there is missing portions in being a success, because most people can't and don't have a choice. They don't have the opportunity to make a choice. So this is, he gave a great testimony of, getting out. But the one thing was, he was a speaker, person who was a ruler over the third world countries. Oh, I want you to, help out, third world. How can I how can they possibly be helped out? They don't have anything. You have to give them something. You have to give them a place to live. Who's going to do that? I mean, seriously. Seriously. So, he has a good heart. He helped out his mom, who helped him out. Alright, he had a few commercials, and I loved his mom when he was really down and out. His mom was there, and his mom helped him out. Tim Han talking about, his mom shook him and said, you're not my Tim that I knew. You're not my boy. Wake up. Stop this. Stop what you're doing. Whatever, the negative crap that people made him have and cursed him with, of, all yours piece of shit, like every day, putting him down, of being a foreigner, of just being a different race. So what? But they made him feel awful. They made him feel suicidal. They did that to him. They made him want to die. Awful, awful, awful. And his mom saw him in his death state of mind and knew him as a young boy. And here he is, destroyed by mean students in his class, or just schoolmates, just children that went to the same school, okay, or just kids in the neighborhood. It doesn't matter where these kids came from. They put him down to make him want to die. I mean, physically beating him up. Blood was gushing out of his mouth. He should have died that day. That he was beaten up to death. He should have died that day. So whatever point in time that his mom cared and actually shook him, said, wake up, you're not my boy that I raised, and I want you to help me out. I helped you out. Remember, I sacrificed, I helped you out. Come on, help me out. You're better than this. Come on, you're better than this. That's great. That's good, Mom. That's a good mom. Tim Han had a good mom. So, alright. Yeah. It's good that he was able to get out his horrifying circumstances that he did not get himself into. It's just his surroundings of meanies who happened to be children that made his life horrifying. It was not his fault. It was those awful children's fault, not his. Right. So, he made great points, but the whole biggest point is, I didn't like the lie of, a third world country leader wanted him to help out the children where he's at. No, you can't help those children out at all. They don't have any reason. First off, do they even have a place to live? That's number one. That's your number one resource that you need. And I never had it. Never had it. I had it temporarily with late Susan Chappelle. I never had it. Never had a safe, secure place to live. Never ever had mail that I got. You need everyone needs a place to live. You can't make it. And that was my whole problem. My whole problem is, never ever having any emotional support, any good people. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that, it's not. Or a place to live. So, actually, Tim Hahn and most wealthy people, they could help out a few victims. But they have to go out of their way to find them. And who's going to do that? When you're wealthy, when you're up there, why would you go out in the streets for a day to go and investigate? Like, you have to spend a week in the streets of whatever city you decide to be homeless in. And you'd have to study the people who are homeless and figure out which ones really want to change, which ones would benefit you helping them. And some, they're just gonna blow their money on useless drugs. Maybe the first thing that they buy is crack or K2. The first thing, the worst thing, is K2. Okay. Oh my god. This loser came up to me. Oh, I give back massages. Oh, you like K2? Oh my god, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. K2. So, I think it's very admirable if there would be a multi-millionaire that would actually live homeless in any city in America to find the worthwhile homeless person who would benefit you helping them out, and not someone that wants to do K2. Okay. The asshole that said that to me today, whoever the hell that was, take his money and give it to somebody worthwhile. My opinion. Right. So, you'd have to go out of your way. And some rich people actually did, go out of their way to try to help homeless. So it's like, oh, okay. I did give them a place, a hotel room for a week, and they didn't do anything about it. It has to be beyond that. You have to go beyond. Well, I mean, you can tell if they even tried, so nobody's going to change unless they really, really, really want to. Most people are they have no idea what they're doing. They're just total idiots. That's the majority of people. Complete, total idiots. They have no idea what's going on, what they're doing. So it's very impossible to almost help out someone, but I'd say anybody in the streets, for the past 50 years, just give them a damn place. I mean, at least do that for them. at least a person who's homeless because of domestic violence, at least give them a place to live. And that's really hard to find in America. Even in America. Very, very, very hard to find. There's domestic violence everywhere. That's the big, huge problem. Narcissist drain. And there's insane abusers everywhere. And that's your main problem. And there's victims who need to find a place. And then check it out, the victims who are from the domestic violence, they can't make it from their insane abusers. Those victims can be insane abusers themselves. And that's what I found out about my worst enemy. You know, like, okay, this person was abused. Hurting people hurt people. Bullshit. Bullshit. I've never hurt anyone. And that's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because the one time I hurt my son when he was 7. Yeah, I don't know any adult that hurt a child that ever did what I did. And I asked for his forgiveness straight away because it was instilled in me. It was cursed in me to attack my child and make him cry. And I noticed that I made him cry. I went, oh my God, it's all my fault. I don't know one person, one insane abuser, and I there were at least 10 in my life that made me want to die. All 10 of them made me want to die. So I don't know one insane abuser that ever saw me. They made me want to cry, and they have no memory of it. They you know, it's like I have had mental breakdowns in front of my insane abusers. They don't give a shit. They're totally oblivious to it. They're insane, abusing narcissists. They don't know what the hell they did. They could care less about their victim that they made want to die, that they caused to want to die. You know, there I am, dying in front of them, having an emotional breakdown. They could care less, and they should face the consequences that they're the ones that caused me to want to die. It's all their fault. It's, you know, if they weren't in my life at all, I'd never even come close to wanting to die. But it's all their fault, attacking me fiercely. And this is the problem of mankind, who isn't kind at all. Men are total idiots. And they have no idea what they're doing. The whole truth and nothing but the truth.